Hi, my name is Jan and I'm going to show you how to use Ranger, which is a file manager that works in the terminal, and it lets you do some really cool stuff. I'm also going to show you some interesting things that can improve your experience. For example, the ability to preview images inside your terminal, which comes in really useful. So let's get into it. Let's assume I don't have Ranger installed, right? Let's remove it. The system says there's no Ranger. Now if I want to install it, if you have a Debian-based system, you can just go sudo apt install and the package name, which is Ranger. And that would be it. You already have it and it's working. Easy as that. If you have a different Linux distribution than Debian-based, or you're using a different package manager, just Google your way to it. So first of all, to exit you press Q. You can select folders with your mouse cursor, but this really wasn't made for using the mouse, so you just go down with J, up with K. If you want to enter a folder, you press L. So this is my downloads folder. If you want to go back, you press H. Let's say I want to go to the code folder. I just go here using the J key. To enter, I go L. Let's say I want to go into the forest folder, and let's say I want to look at this file for some reason and show everyone my database password. So now let's say I want to create a directory. I would use the colon to enter a command, and now I need the name, so test. Now I create a new test directory. I can jump to it using the slash. Enter. Now I can press enter or L to get into it, and it's empty. I want to create some files. Let's say touch test.txt. Now if you have a default code editor or text editor set, you can just press enter and you can write something here. Okay, now I quit it and it's saved. 20 bytes of useful information. Now I can copy it using Y, and now you can see if I press Y, I have all of the commands listed here. So if I press Y again, it's copied, and now if I press P and a second time, P, it's going to paste it, right? So I can paste it however times I want. Okay, so now I have these files here. Let's say I want to select 3 of them and delete these 3. So now I'd go D, and as you can see, the key for deletion is D. Right, enter. Now I have to confirm Y, and it tells me it deleted the files. Very nice. To highlight the files like I just did, you just press space. But you can be even more efficient. You can do V to select all of them, and you can also do Shift V to select them like that. You can also go 4J to select 4 down, etc. You can just stack these commands and, select some of them. For example, let's say I want to copy only these files. So I would do something like this. This is becoming a mess, but that's not a problem. As you can see, when you get used to the commands, you can be really efficient and, for example, go 7 up and do stuff like that. But you need to get used to it, so it's in your muscle memory. You don't even have to think about it at some point, Now, let's say I want to rename them all at once. So I could just be going rename and test new name.txt and just rename all files one by one, but I can be a little bit more efficient saying bulk rename. But to enter it, I first have to highlight the files I want to rename. So I can just press space. I'm going to use the bulk rename command. And now this has been opened in my text editor, which is NeoVim. And now, by the way, I can highlight everything that I want to change. Let's say I want to, add a number 10 to each file, right? So here it is asking me for confirmation. And as you can see, the file will be executed when you close the editor. And this file is just a bash script, as you can see, that renames all of these files, just like I asked. So now I go WQ, and as you can see, everything just got renamed. Very nice. So that was quite efficient, but I can do even better. I can use the semicolon key to activate the menu here with all of the shortcuts I have set. So for example, to unzip something, I would now press the E key, but there's nothing to unzip right now. So now let's get into how to configure Ranger. You can use Ranger to go to the config directory, but first you have to see the hidden files. You can press backspace for that. Go to the config directory for my configuration files. Let's go to the Ranger folder. And there should be a file called rc.conf, and if there's no such file, you can just create it. And let's say I want to change my color scheme to, let's say, I don't know, I think snow was one of them. So now if I exit and I re-enable, yeah, my color theme changed. Incredible. I can enable image previews with this line here, but it doesn't always work that easy. For example, it will probably work easily if you're using the Kitty terminal emulator, because it has built-in image support, I think. I'm using Alacrity for some reason, and I need to hack my way into image support using this package called uberzug. It could also work using FEH or W3M, just depending on your terminal. Just Google around and finally it should work for you. Just keep in mind that uberzug is no longer maintained, so here you can set your borders. So at this point in the config file, you can see we can set some custom shortcuts, like I said before. So let's just add a new shortcut for bulk renaming things, so we don't have to type bulk rename each time. So I do map, I will choose the letter which activates the shortcut, and I'm going to choose B because bulk. So I just copy the same thing that's above me. So FM, execute, console, and I don't need to say shell because it's not a shell command, it's a Ranger command. So I'm just going to write bulk rename here, write and quit. So now when I reactivate Ranger and I, for example, want to select these two files, now you can see the B key is an option. If I press it, I can rename them. Ranger has so many different functions and shortcuts and stuff. For example, you can set waypoints that you can teleport to, like in your file system or whatever. There's so much stuff that I cannot fit in this video, and you can learn it as you go. And if you're afraid that the shortcuts are too overwhelming, don't worry, you can get used to them, and then you will be so happy that you have actually taken the time to learn them, because you are 20 times more efficient than before with your mouse drag and dropping, you know. We don't do that around here. So one last bonus thing I wanted to tell you is that, look, I can open Ranger just by pressing R. You probably cannot do that yet because you didn't set an alias for the Ranger command. If you just want to spare yourself a couple characters here and there, you can open your shell configuration file, and probably in your case it's going to be bashrc, and set an alias that looks like this. And you can just open Ranger using R. I have the same set for Vim. So I hope that was useful for you, and if you enjoyed the video and you got some value out of it, I would enjoy a comment, like and subscribe, and hitting the bell so you don't miss future videos. See you in the next one. Bye.